So World of Tanks for the Xbox 360 was updated and 2 new perks, or skills as you would call them, were added to the game. First we have the Paratrooper training perk, which enables your driver to reduce the overall falling damage, which is kind of interesting. Like, this will be useful for light tanks that are like really mobile and they can't afford to slow down, so they have to make the jump over a cliff, and this will nullify that or lessen it by a lot, which is really good for light tank. I mean, it'll have its use for some other tanks, but mostly light tanks will, be using this skill. The second skill we have is silent driving. Now this one is really interesting because a lot of tanks that aren't, in the light tanks line will be using this. It's silent driving. Decreases the effect that movement has on your vehicle's camouflage factor. Silent driving is less effective the higher your vehicle's standard moving camouflage factor is. The skill is more effective when combined with the camouflage skill. That's really interesting because, well, my guess is that you're gonna see a lot of the stealthier tank destroyers such as the E25 and Hetzer, stuff like that. They'll be using this and it'll give them a really nice buff. I don't see why people would use this on a heavy tank or something that has a gigantic profile like the Mutant 6 or M6 as people would call it. It seems kind of pointless to apply this skill to those types of tanks, but light tanks and smaller tank destroyers and mediums can make good use of this new skill, silent driving. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out because, as you all know, the light tanks have ability to keep their camouflage factor even when they're moving, so this can allow a medium tank to decrease their, the likelihood of them being detected while on the move. So you might have a couple of light tankers complaining about this new skill, which is why I pointed out that it'll be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. But yeah, that's a new update, new skills. I'll see you guys later.